I must confess, I lied to y'all, and I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I should not have said that because it's hard as hell doing videos all the time with a little baby around, okay? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Keeping Up with MJ, and I'm MJ, and I'm so glad to have you here. Alright, so on my last video, I started telling you guys about my decision to be a stay-at-home mom. So that last video was a month ago. 1 whole month ago. And in that video, at the end, I told you guys that I was going to be more consistent in sharing those videos and sharing my journey and my experience and everything like that. And I must confess, I lied to y'all, and I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I should not have said that because it's hard as hell doing videos all the time with a little baby around, okay? Because she is never asleep these days. I don't know. Since she passed the 7-8 month mark, this girl been up. Sometimes I get her to go to sleep and she's down for about an hour, but she's doing cat naps now and the changes are real. But let's jump right into today's video. So first things first, I wanted to finish the story and tell you guys about the day that I went into work. So if you haven't watched my last video, I'm going to link it up top here so that you can click that and watch that video before you watch this one, because you'll get like an understanding about what I'm talking about. So yes, I decided to go back to work. So I'm just gonna run through how that first day went for me. The night before that, y'all, was so sad for me because I kept thinking about it like, oh my God, I'm gonna be leaving her. I'm gonna be going back to work. I'm gonna miss her so much. But I try to like do some self-talk to like get myself like prepared and like just relax. I kind of do that. If you don't practice self-talk, y'all, practice it because it works. It calmed me down and I was able to go back to sleep. All right, so let me start you off on how that day went. So I woke up really early that morning, about probably 5:30-ish. Husband didn't have to go back to work, but we decided to let her go by my sister's house because that's where she was going to be staying for the whole first month back to work period. So everybody, we got up, we were getting dressed and everything. This is the fastest I ever got ready, though. I don't know how I managed to get ready this fast, but I got ready really fast. I think it's because I was just thinking about like just being early and just getting her there on time and like everything. I don't know, but I got ready really fast. If you know me, you know that I'm always late, and that day I was early. Fast forward, we got to my sister's house. We were fine. I was fine, like, because I wasn't thinking about it, because I know if I thought about it, I would get sad. So like I didn't think about it, so I was good. So we got there, and it's fast forward to the time when we had to leave. Like my sister and my brother-in-law were like trying to tease me like, oh, are you gonna cry? Are you okay? Like kept asking me, and I'm just like, I'm good. Honestly, I was good. But when I said that like last goodbye to her, I felt my heart drop because I thought about like being away from her like the whole day, and it kind of made me a little sad. So I got a little teary, but I looked away so that nobody could see me. And then me and my husband left because he was dropping me to work. After that, I said my last goodbye to him. I walked in and I kind of just got myself mentally prepared for that day and like meeting everybody in person, because I have been working online, so I didn't really get to meet everybody because it was also a new job that I started in 2020 while I was pregnant. So I didn't get to meet them in person. So I was just like getting my mind ready and my face ready because I be having to rest in happy face-ons, professional, happy, welcoming face-ons. So got into the room. I saw a couple faces I recognized. Said hello to them. Everybody was so excited to meet me because this is the first time we were meeting in person. So it was a really cool experience for that to happen. And everybody was asking about the baby life, all that stuff. Looking back, it was not a lot of social distancing being done in that room. We were separated by one chair, but for the most part, it was pretty close. So thinking back, that's one red flag that I should have kept in mind. But I was just focused on getting through the day and like having a good day at that. All right, so the day was good. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a bad day. It was pretty tough because I did have a breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. They asked us about one thing that made our summer pop. And my one thing was my daughter. And they wanted you to show a photo of that one thing, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't really want to show a picture of her to anybody. Like, I'm like, I don't know y'all like that to be showing my personal photos. But I was like, you know what? Let me just show them one picture to like lighten up the mood. So I showed them the one photo, and then everybody came like to my group and they wanted to see the picture of her. They were like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Look at her little face. Look at her little smile. Everything like that. So it kind of lightened up the mood. But when I sat down, like I got a little teary-eyed because I started thinking about her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm away from her. So like I just excused myself and I went to the bathroom. I was FaceTime my husband on the phone like, oh my god. At first I was on the phone like regular, like calling him, and then I FaceTime him. Like I couldn't even talk. Like when I'm crying, I can't talk. So it's just like all the tears coming down and I'm like blocking my face. It was a hot mess. And it was so typical because I didn't think I was really gonna do that. So when it was being done in my head, I'm like, dang, this is so cliche of you, girl. But I really missed that girl. I was in there crying my eyes out. But then I had to get it together. Husband gave me a little pep talk. And then I jumped right back in there. So after that little show in the bathroom, I got myself together and I went back in the room. We did our little class thingy, and then we had a little break. And this is where it went downhill for me, y'all. So after that little break, one of the head people in charge, I'm not gonna say their title or whatever, he came in the room and he was like, he had an announcement to make, and then he was like, somebody had COVID today, but don't freak out because that person is no longer here. So as soon as I heard somebody tested positive, I was like, wait, what? Because it didn't make sense, because when you first check in, they tell you to tell them if you have any symptoms, if you're feeling lightheaded, you're feeling sniffly, you have a cough, any of those feelings that you may have, they said that you're supposed to tell them at the beginning of the day. So the mere fact that that person came to work, sorry, she's a little loud, but the mere fact that that person came to work knowing that they had the symptoms and didn't disclose that was really disrespectful. So there was a COVID positive person in that room, and like I told y'all before earlier in this video, we were pretty close. We weren't like spaced out like 6 feet per se. We were pretty close, 1 seat away, and then we had to move up so that we could hear the PowerPoint because the audio wasn't working. Like it was a lot. So when I heard that somebody was tested positive, but they are no longer here and blah 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 blah, I blocked out everything else he said, and I was most focused on that because at the time I was breastfeeding. So right now you're putting my baby at risk, and I was not okay. It got a little tricky at this moment because now is the time that they felt the need to break the group in half and put everybody in separate rooms. Why didn't you do that from the jump? instead of making us all be in one room. So they take these precautions after something occurred, which made absolutely no sense to me. And when I tell you I was pissed off, I was pissed off. So he separated the rooms, and then after that, I went to him and I was like, yeah, I'm a little concerned about this because you're saying somebody was tested positive, and how long was this person in the room with us? Like, all this information I needed to know. And it turns out that that person was in the room for that first period that we were there. So about 60 minutes, they were in the room with us. And within that 60 minutes, that's when we were like mingling and walking around and doing this and doing that. So that's another red flag to me, because it's like, what's happening here? So all those things were happening. Afterwards, now, fast forward to the end of the day, I was just like ready to be out. Like, and the crazy thing is now I couldn't just go straight home and get my baby. I had to go get tested, wait for those results before I can see her, before we could bring her home. So that night, we ended up not even bringing her home because we just wanted to be on the safe side, because I didn't get my test results. I didn't get my test results until the next morning. So that's when we went to get her. Y'all, it was a bittersweet night because it was basically the whole day without seeing her for me. My first time at that, and it was sweet because then me and husband had like a little alone time, you know? But at the same time, it was like, I miss my girlie, you know? I missed her. And y'all, when I tell y'all it was a day, it was a day. And for a person who like made the decision to go back into work, and then this happens the first day of work, it's like, how are you guys not prepared? Like, why wasn't the day cut short from the time you heard that somebody had COVID? Why you didn't cut the day short and make us go get tested? It just made me feel like it was a very unorganized day, and it wasn't like, it didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. And from that day, I just didn't feel comfortable. So that kind of led to the decision of like me being a stay-at-home mom. I felt like this was one of the reasons why I felt like this was one of the signs to me that I just shouldn't be going back to work so soon. Everybody was just acting like it was cool. And at the end of the day, they had some type of like first day outing, and it was like at a bar. And in my head, I'm like, how is this still going on when nobody is gonna go get tested after work? You just want us to go straight to the bar? Like, it was a lot of red flags, and it was just not making sense to me. Like, it wasn't making sense, and I was just like, yeah, it's a no for me. That's what happened the first day back, y'all. And all I can say is that's one for the books. One for the books. Like, I can't make these things up. Like, I really can't. Before I end this video, I also wanted to share that Olive and June have something new in the house. It's their Instant Mani Press-ons. They sent it to me, and it looks like this. So if you don't know, I'm a press-on queen. I love me some press-on nails. And because I love me some press-on nails, I'm gonna enjoy putting these on. So if you can see, this is the first one. It has like these little stars on the bottom. And then this one is like a natural nude pinkish looking tip. Honestly, I'm gonna be doing this one first, and then I'm gonna do this one. But they are so cute. They have, let me tell you how much sizes they have. I don't want to get it wrong. They have 42 nails in here so that you can get the perfect nail size to match your fingertips. And these press-on nails, they're straight from the salon. They have more sizes than ever. They're better than gel. I'm gonna give a little review probably later down, but It's a 3-step process. First you match your nails, then you prep it, and then you apply. So it's pretty simple and easy. So if you're into press-on nails, definitely check Olive & June's new press-on nails out. Well, that's all I have for you guys for this video, but on my next video, just a little hint, it's gonna be about my apartment. Something really juicy, something really fun. A great opportunity is happening, and I'm gonna share it on my next video, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on it.